Hi folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the expression definitions. So for example, we've got an expression here saying sum of cases, and we're multiplying it by -1 to give us a positive. And if we click this plus button, we've got a lot of different options here. So we can change the background color, text color, the format of the text. If it's a pie chart, we can pop out a part of the section of the pie chart. If it's a bar chart, we can use offset to kind of make it look like a waterfall chart. Change the line style from a continuous line to a dotted line or a dashed line, and to show specific values. So I'm just I'll get started. At the moment I've done this in a previous video showing how to change the background color based on the value. So this we're saying if the value is less than 5,000, we want the color to be green. Otherwise make the color yellow. So for example, if you click OK, you can see it's above 5,000, so the line is yellow. It's below 5,000, so the line is green. So we could just change this to red, and you can see now we've got a yellow and a red line. I'll change that back there to green. I'm just going to go back and highlight the expression, and I'm going to tick values on data points. Click apply. So you can see now we have got the values for each data point. Now if we go back into the definitions of the expression, and in text color we could say black, or we could say RGB, let's say 255,0,128. Click apply. You can see it's changed to black from the previous one. Click apply. It's now changed to like a pinkish color. So we're just gonna change that now to white. So just white, open brackets, close brackets. Click apply. Now we're back to our original. In fact, if we get rid of this, it will give us the default, which is white anyway. So in fact, I'll just put it white just to show that we've. Next, when we go on to the text format, so if we say single quote, I'm just going to go into the expression, and then the less than sign and the greater than sign, and then in between just put in B to make it bold. So I minimize this now. I'll just click OK. When I click apply, the data points should turn bold. So you can see they've gone bold. Within the same two single quotes, we can do the same again. Less than, greater than, and then within the less than and greater than, say I for italic. Click apply, and then we can use the same for greater than, less than, and U for underline. So you can see it's made the changes there. So for pie pop out, we're going to just switch to a previous sheet. So we go into the properties of this pie chart, and click our drop down for our expression definitions, choose pie pop out, and then just say we know the dimension is room. I know that the rooms are 1, 2 and 3, so if I say we want the scratch expression, if I just say room equals 1, click apply, the pie chart should then separate. So if I click apply, you can see this part of the pie represents room 1. Change that to 2 and click apply, and then separate this part here, so we know that's representing room 2. And finally room 3, which represents. So it's just a visual representation for your pie charts to kind of show one value. Just going to flick back then to the line chart. I'm going to just to show the next one, which is bar offset, I'm going to change this line chart to a bar chart, and then I'm going to go back into expression so you can see it's changed here. I'm going to go into bar offset, and in fact I'm just going to copy the expression, bar offset, and paste, and now you get something that looks like a waterfall chart. So that's how to get that effect. The next one is line style. So there's 4 different line styles, and you can format the width of the line. So for example, again, we can put this all in single quotes. We could say, first of all, we need to change it back to a line chart. Go back into the expression, definition for line style, and we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to say we want, again, the greater than or equal sign. We're going to say S2. Now S2 is basically a dotted line. So if I click OK and click apply, you can see we now have the dotted line here. We can change from S2 to S3. Click apply. We should have sorry, the previous one was a dashed line. S2 is a dashed line, S3 is a dotted line, S4 is dashed and dotted. So I can click apply. Just going to get rid of the value points just to make it kind of stand out a little bit more. So again, we're in line style. I can choose S4, and then I can also choose the width. So W represents the width, and the width goes from 0.5 to up to 8, I believe. So if I say 0.5, so width 0.5 within the greater than or equal to sign, click apply, you can see that the line becomes much smaller. If I changed it to WA, which is the thickest line, and click apply, you can see the line is much thicker. So I can change this, let's say, back to 1, click apply. So that's using the line style. Again, you could change it to S1 and the width be 1, or you can change the width to 2, make it much thicker. So we leave it at that for a second. And again, the show value, so we could either say copy the expression, let's use an if statement, so if is greater than or equal to 5,000. Actually, we don't need it. I don't even think we need an if. Actually, we'll use column. So column 1. So we only have one column. So and that's the first expression. So we say column 1 is greater than or equal to 5,000. And you can see we now have we're showing the values for anything over 5,000, or we can go the other way. We could say is less than 3,000 and click apply, and we only get the bottom 2 values. And again, each time it's picking up the text former, because we wanted it bold, italic and underlined. We could actually just get rid of, just make them bold. You can see them before, the values are here. So that's, I think we've gone through simple. You could have more complicated if statements. If it's a certain value, we want it bold. If it's less than a certain value, we want it italic. If it's, you kind of get the picture. So these are what I've shown you. It's just simple versions. So again, it's background color, text format, high pop out, bar offset, line style, and show value. So that's just a couple of tips on expression definitions or expression formats, if you want to call it that. I hope that helps, and I'll see you next video. Cheers, guys.